This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck as a 2004 Silverado 2500. That's a 3/4 ton heavy duty truck. 6.6 liter turbo diesel. That's a Duramax. It's 4-wheel drive and it's an SLT, which means it's leather. Has 186,000 miles on it. It's 186 or 189. We purchased directly from an insurance company. It was a theft recovery in Texas. It's on a salvage title due to theft, not collision. Please watch a little 3-minute animated video on the subject. You'll understand then that it's all about lawyers and has nothing to do with any vandalism or crash damage or anything. It's basically the insurance company wanting a divorce from the vehicle so that they know for a fact on the salvage title that if they sell it to us and we sell it to you and you run a red light and get killed, you can't blame the truck. Thus, you can't blame Allstate or Geico or Progressive or whoever. They're out. The salvage title gets them out of this vehicle completely. That's why they do it. But there's a little 3-minute animated video in our ad that you can watch and understand a little bit better. Anyway, let me run over. We do about a 2-hour inspection before when we first get this thing, before it goes to detail. And this is kind of what it looks like when we print it up. But real quickly, we put a remote controlled Pioneer radio with steering wheel controls, so you can use the steering wheel controls with it. It's also got a remote. We repaired the driver's seat bolster. We did wiper blades, 2 batteries. We did the right side inner and outer tie rod ends, and then we sent it to Pep Boys for an alignment. This truck has no catalytic converter or muffler, which is normal. Most people take them off anyway, but we always tell people that just in case you want to do that, or especially if you're a California resident. If you are a California resident, you want us to put a cat and a muffler on the truck, it'll be about $500 or $600, somewhere in the middle. We'll give you the actual invoice from the job. Just add that to the price of it, so you can get through emissions. But most states won't care, but just make sure you know what your state's rules are. Most trucks that we buy are like that. They take them off because they run a lot better without them, and better fuel mileage, better performance, better everything. And I'm going to walk around and show you what's happening here. First of all, as you can see, that the tires in this thing, that's how they showed up. When you see a vehicle like that with tires like that, it means somebody really liked it a lot to put a nice set of tires on it, and then it got stolen right after they put them on. So they liked it enough to spend about $1,000 on tires right before it got stolen. It's got some minor rock chips on the hood. I mean, this is obviously a 180-something thousand mile, 10-year-old truck, so to look for beauty and perfection is kind of unreasonable. However, this truck is a pretty good looking rig, given that it is an 04. Somebody's taken the 2500 off underneath the Duramax there. A lot of times the car thieves take stuff off like that or change emblems to throw the cops off, so they probably took those off. And the guy who had it stolen probably said it's a 2500, and of course they had already taken that off, so when they were looking for it, didn't say it. It's not abnormal. And usually you get a big exhaust tip when you have a guy who's taken the cats and the muffler off. This thing is super straight. Got a nice tow package here. You have a spare. A bed. There's a gooseneck. There's your light package there. You got a toolbox in there also. This thing is really clean. Super straight. For an 04, not seem like this very often. I mean, it's got some rock chips there, but overall, I don't think I'd be too concerned about that. I'm going to start it, let you listen to it run under the hood. Let's see, 186,826 miles. Has 2 new batteries. I saw something in our parts list about air conditioning. Let me look through this real quick here. Let's see. Mode actuator. There was a mode actuator done on this thing. So it's a $43 part from Watson Chevrolet. So something in the AC wasn't working right, so we did that too. I think the mode actuator is hot and cold. There's your driver rear window. So that's been done. There's your passenger rear window. This thing is super clean. Holy cow. There was a DVD player here, so we put a patch in there. If you wanted to, you could obviously get your own or whatever, but a lot of times people don't want those, and they're not as easy to find as you'd think. Factory. Let's see. I'm not even sure how to work that deal. The air is blowing cold out of here. This isn't considered rear air, by the way. Cheaters say it's rear air, but it's really not. It is cold air from the air conditioning system, but it's not rear air. It doesn't make its own rear air. That's a very famous lie told by people, dealers and private sellers. It's cold air from the front air conditioning. All right, let's see, here's the back, forward, whole seat forward, whole seat back, whole seat down, whole seat up, so forward, up, there you go. That all works fine. I even got a manual in here. There you go. This guy took really good care of this truck. There's a little bit of a mark right here, but that's in the top. It's not going to poke through. Mirrors, out, in, up, down, other side, out, in, up, down. Let's try windows, driver window, passenger front window, passenger rear window, driver rear window. That all works fine. Back, forward, let's see. Seat back, so it's forward and back. Let's see, whole seat. Let's see. Oh, it's the reverse seat, huh? So that's up and that's down. I don't know why they do that on Chevys. Got a lumbar too. There's the lumbar out. That's in. Okay, so the lumbar works fine. This is where the repair was done on the seat. Talking about. There's your tilt wheel. Alright, we get a seatbelt on here. Alrighty then. Let's see. Up a bit. All right, let's see, there's your radio. USB port. Let's see if this works. There you go. station. This is all off the steering wheel controls. And then you have a remote also. There's your remote. That's your remote. So you have a remote too. Alright. So that's that. There's your tow, on and off. That's me doing that. God, this glare is terrible. He also gave you a couple, he put a couple of gauges in here, which is kind of cool. Let's see, what else we got here? I think that's about it. It's got OnStar. Let's put it into drive. Moving forward a little bit. Let me test out the four-wheel drive for low. Oh yeah, that's definitely for low. And reverse. That would be a big granny here for low. Here's for high. And reverse for high. Perfect. Neutral. Two-wheel drive. Let's go for a ride. Alright, it's on a salvage title. You cannot get plates or insurance on a salvage title. So if you come to Tucson to drive it home, we have to take it to get it inspected by the cops. They give it a level 3 inspection. Then we can get you a restored salvage title. Then you can get plates and insurance. So that's mandatory. We charge $200 to do that. Then we have a $250 dock fee, and we have taxes. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. So if you come in from out of state or from Phoenix, wherever, to pick this thing up in person, and let's say your state tax rate is 3%, you're going to end up paying 5% tax. That's your 3% plus our 2%. You're going to pay $200 to have the title restored, and you're going to pay $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship, all you pay is the agreed upon price, and that's it, unless you want to add $200 and have us restore the title before it ships out. I strongly suggest you do that, but if you don't, that's fine. Just make sure you can do it in your state with a salvage title, a bill of sale, and the truck itself, because that's all we can provide you with, okay? Please make sure you get your deposit in. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. We'll put your name and a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com. Let me jump out of here and shut up for a second. Really smooth, no vibrations. This road is horrible that we're on right now. I mean, this is like Bolivia here. If you see the craters in our beautiful roads here in central Tucson. But this is why 8.1% taxes don't work for us. They keep promising us roads, but look at these things. That's our road. This is repaired, by the way. So, and we don't get snow. So this is a huge. These are huge bumps. I mean, most towns would fire everybody, but we just keep hiring these stupid idiots who run our city. Anyway, done bitching. Please make sure you get that deposit in. Once we have that deposit, it's yours. Until then, it's for sale. The last thing I want to say is, obviously, this is not a brand new truck. So, please, if you're risk averse in any way, do not buy a used anything. There is risk of buying used. I'm gonna back it up here. The manufacturers set a certain number of miles and years for warranty, because the makers of the vehicle, the designers of the vehicle, don't know what's going to happen after that certain number of miles or years. If they don't know, how the heck do we? So if a check engine light comes on, or the windshield wipers stop working, or a power seat goes out, or the engine explodes in a fireball, call Chevy. They know a lot more about it than we do. We put it through our tests. We do our huge inspection on it. In our opinion, today, the truck is fantastic. Could it be terrible tomorrow? I guess. Is it likely? No. But if you want to make sure that it's perfect, you got to buy a brand new one, and a brand new one's probably $65,000, and that's the route you should go. Otherwise, consider the money you're saving here as being, maybe you'll have to spend on repairs in the future. All right? Thank you very much.